Hi, y'all. I'm back. I just wanted to do a quick little video. I'm back. Very important video. A lot of people, don't really understand what's happening or what's really going on in the world because a lot of it is hidden from people. And what I do is I can see things that are happening. I can decode certain things and kind of tell you guys what's kind of going on. And the way that I test that people really don't understand what's happening is through my Instagram. I'll post some stuff, and if I see most people don't understand or haven't commented anything that relates to what's really happening, I know to go ahead and make a video on it because a lot of people aren't getting what I'm posting. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, I'm Ashira Star Goddess on Instagram still, so y'all can find me there. And there's little underscores, so just make sure you find this one. Okay. Ashira _ star _ goddess. Okay, go follow me because I post a lot of stuff on there. So the events that lead up to certain things will give you hints and clues all in code. Okay. The Lakers games, all code. The winners, all code. The prize, code, everything. So the elections, code. The elections are a cover-up for rich, non-melanated people to find someone to hitch a ride with and offer them the most opportunity, offer them the most money, offer them whatever that they don't have in this world. Okay. So election time is code for those people because to vote means to vow, to worship, to dedicate yourself to this particular person. Okay. So also the people that are electing the president is also just a big cover up for getting a large amount of people to vow to a certain type of individual to rule over them. Okay. So there's a loophole in all of this. There's always a loophole because people figure out loopholes the smarter they get. And the longer they've been in the game, people figure out loopholes. And so a lot of people say, oh, did you sell your soul? Well, this is the equivalent to kind of selling your soul. But there's a loophole, and a lot of people know about the loophole. And, the loophole allowed a lot of famous people to get over on a lot of people that try to hitch a ride or whatnot. So basically, that ride out, the last one is going to beat this election in 2020. So that's why everybody is saying vote or die. Vote or die, vote or die, because it's code for, okay, it's just like on the movie Get Out when all these people get together to auction you off, basically, like how much are you worth? How much are you worth? Well, I want to be a billionaire. Well, I want to own such and such studios. Well, I want to do this. Okay, so it's deal time. Election time, the electromagnetic people. Okay. It's deal time. And so a lot of celebrities are going to be making deals. You're going to see a lot of people come up real quick, real fast. Because this is the last one. This is it. Like Michael Jackson said, this is it. So last train to Paridise. This is the last train to paradise for a long time. And then everything is shut down. So people are going to have to come with that money. Okay. People are going to try to come with that money. A lot of celebrities are posting coded messages all over Instagram, but a lot of people don't understand the code, so they're not going to get it. But if you go to Jamie Foxx's Instagram and watch the video about voting with him in the red shirt, if you decode that, you'll hear the code. You'll hear the message, the real message. Thank you, Rad11 Sprinkle Sprinkle. Is making a baby with someone the only way to share? Are you melanin? There's other ways, but I don't think you want to do them. Sprinkle Sprinkle. That's the natural way. Yes, that's the natural way. The other ways are very occult. And so, yeah, a lot of ways are very occult. If you go back to ancient Kemet, ancient Egypt, and you see a god or like some being holding up an ankh to someone's nose, they're shooting some of the soul essence or spirit essence of the person that wants to hitch a ride into the pharaoh's nose. But it's also like the movie Get Out. That's why Kanye West is walking around talking about I'm in the sunken place, but I'm better now. I'm good now, because there's a loophole. There's a loophole. So yes, they shoot you up. That's why they call it cocaine, because they're shooting people up your nose and it's white, and that person is now with Cain. The mark of Cain is, Black people. So now that spirit is with melanin, with Cain. So that's why they call it cocaine. Whenever they're talking about cocaine in a song, they're talking about the deal they made. Okay. And a lot of artists will tell you the deals that they've made in their songs, because they are looking for the redemption deal as well. That's the loophole, the redemption deal. The redemption deal and the trickery did not come in until one particular person figured it out. Y'all know who that is. So he's still number one to this day. That's all I'm gonna say. All right. So they done figured out trickery and redemption deals and things like that. So a lot of people are, hesitant to make deals anymore, and And you have to be on the up and up. You got to be truly a good person. You have to truly give back, and you have to truly, make fair deals and stuff like that. Because if your deals ain't right, something bad. Okay. So yes, Kanye West is part of a lot of the artists have made deals, because it was back in the day, it was the only way until the loophole. Okay. It's kind of like, in Christianity, where Jesus was the loophole, okay, for sinners to be forgiven. Michael Jackson was the loophole as well in the entertainment industry. So he found a way. And that's why you see so many artists that almost basically worship him or post him up or put them in their music, because he found the loophole and how to make deals and get out of them. And that's what they do. And that's how they keep their soul and their money at the end of the day. Do you remember when, you watch any type of movie where someone makes a deal with the devil and they have to outsmart the devil to get out of the deal, or else they can't get out? Well, it's kind of like that. So one person was smart enough to figure it out. So, okay, so the loophole. Okay, I'll give you a hint. Well, a lot of people aren't going to understand, because everything they say is coded. And if you're not in the entertainment industry, if you don't know the code, you're not going to understand what they're saying at all. But Jay-Z talks about it a lot in his music. That's what I'm saying. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll see. I post the music with the memes and all that kind of stuff. So Jay-Z talks about Kanye, Rick Ross, Jay-Z, and Nicki Minaj all talk about their deals in the song Monster. And they also talk about how they got out of their deal, how they found the loophole or used the loophole. So the alchemy hand has a lot to do with a lot of the hand symbols you see in pictures tell you the deals that people have made. And it's kind of like advertisement, like I have a deal, I don't have a deal, I made a deal, this is what my deal is. So a lot of the hand signals that you're seeing in pictures are their deals. And it's a cry for help as well as a advertisement to make a deal, or the deal that I made in order to, do other things. So this is what a lot of the hand signals and stuff mean, like this, like this, like this. Okay, and they'll be wearing rings on certain fingers as well to also signify that. So if you study the alchemy hand, you'll understand what those symbols represent on the hand. And I've decoded it. But there is a website you can look up, the alchemy hand, and it will tell you what the alchemy hand means, but it'll tell you, and you'll have to really decode the symbols on it. So, the pinky is the key, which is the melanin. The ring finger is the light or the lantern, which represents a light in the darkness, a lantern in the darkness. The middle finger is the sun, like the actual sun in the sky. The index finger is the Merkaba star, or the six-pointed star. And the thumb is the crown with the crescent moon on top. And so these mean different things in alchemy. So the crescent moon on top is the king, the pale king that rules. Okay, a pale king that rules. The index is the Merkaba, the star, which is the child between the sun and the moon. Okay. Then we have the lantern, which represents lights and darkness. Like when you're asleep and you want an inner light on, but the ionosphere above our head will not let the sunlight in. But other people who have lighter complexion, like Caucasian or, lighter skin complexion people, are this lantern. And so then the key is the melanin. So sometimes you'll see people doing this, or have two rings on these fingers, which means they made a deal with someone to have eyes on open, because how Horus loses one eye. And, a lot of people are asleep and they don't understand code. They don't get it quick. They need somebody to help them out, tell them what's happening, what's going on. So they fuse themselves with someone. So this is why you see a lot of people like doing this or have rings on these fingers together. So now that the deals are almost, it's almost time to make deals for the last time. You're going to see a lot of people get super rich because that's the last ride out for, I don't know, a long time. So all truth is being revealed. So if you do right if you're helping your other people, and so they don't have to make deals. Okay, this is what a lot of people are doing right now. They're helping their own so that they don't have to make these deals, because once you make these deals, you may lose yourself. You may lose yourself, your right to do certain things. They will tell you, oh, don't do this, don't, they kind of rule over you. And it's kind of like the movie Get Out, where that guy was walking around and his mind was taken by another consciousness because they had implanted that in his head. And when they flashed the light, like when they gave him light, when they gave the sight back to the eye, he came back. But it's only when the flash came, remember? So are y'all still here? Y'all comment so I know that I'm not good. So thank you. So the light or the moon that's put in represents sight on both sides. That's why you'll see a lot of occult pictures doing this. This means I made a deal. I got sight on both sides. Mm-hmm. So Michael, he made his deal a long time ago and he got out of it. So certain people need the light because they can't absorb the light quickly enough to get the type of information and insight. Also, in that world, there's a glass ceiling when it comes to business and, people of color. So they also will have dibs in that world as well. So y'all kept wondering why MJ took his nose off and lightened his skin. Well, he did have vitiligo, but that was probably the clicking point for him where the aha moment and the idea came upon him of how to trick and find a loophole. Okay. So the back with the powder blue, the realest thing, the realest cat to come out the stew was Michael Jackson. If you listen to Jay-Z, that's who he's speaking about. He says he had to reload with number one. That's who he's talking about. So MJ got Jay-Z out of his deal because powder blue is light blue, but blue also represents melanin. So he said I had to back. He said he had to get this from way back in the day. Okay. Also, they're not going to block my video. Deity, I'm sorry they blocked yours, but they ain't block mine. So when people were making fun of MJ for losing his nose, he was actually taking out what was put up in there after the deal he had to make, right? He's like, new nose, I don't need you, you need me, I'm done. Like, it was a trick, you see? Like, I got all this access, I got all this power, I already used it up to the fullest ability. Now change clothes, so people are mad. That's why they was after him. That's why they was after him, because he didn't trick them. He got him. He did like 2-3 times. Okay. So at the end of the day, he made one more deal. But it was not through himself. It was through a lot of people that support him. Okay. And in order to make that deal, he had to, this part of the story has yet to be unfolded. And I was thinking about unfolding it, but I don't think I want to. But the last deal is going to change everything. It's already been made, but the last deal will change everything very, very soon. And it's already changed it. Actually, it's already changed it. That's why this is the last train. Okay. This is the last train. This is it. No one is going to be able to get out after November election. It's over after 2020 is done. So people will be trapped and have no way out unless they do it naturally and mix. Okay. So unless they naturally mix, there's no deals. No deals. You're going to have to mix in order to get melanin. The synthetic melanin won't be working. So you're going to have to get melanin the natural way. Okay. Eumelanin. You're going to have to get eumelanin the natural way, because no more deals. They can't buy your melanin. Just like on Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, that's what it was about. So, but see, the loophole, you could get out of your deals. They found the loophole to get out of your deals. There's a loophole to extract what was put in. Okay. They found the answer. That's why you have to be on the up and up. Your deals have to be legit. And these are the people that are rushing to make deals now, they don't have a lot of opportunity. So, and they know the loophole. If they can afford the loophole, So they're going to try. A lot of people are going to start getting famous, or who aren't super famous and may now come out and be like the next hot thing or whatever, So we'll see. Or you might see a lot of corporations give over businesses, or new owners of corporations, or some corporations shut down so others can thrive. You might see a lot of that. And, deals can also be made through children, the old fashioned way, So like Janet Jackson. Right. He says, that why Trump has been making these weird statements lately? Yes. Trump is in on all of it. Trump knows what time it is. That's why that's the whole wall that he's talking about. The wall in the sky. So no more deals can be made. Okay. Because these deals create too much crime. Okay, because it all leads to the crime. These deals that are being created lead to human trafficking. Okay. These deals lead to human trafficking because the people have to stay linked in DNA. So either you got to drink somebody's blood or whatever. This is why you have those celebrities going out to adopt Black children. Okay. So this is where a lot of the missing kids are going. This is why Donald Trump is trying to stop human trafficking and find those kids or whatnot. Because when you are able to hitch a ride, you have to stay with Cain. You have to stay with the blood. You have to stay with the frequency. And so in order to do that, you have to ingest or become part of, DNA wise, because there's a spiritual DNA and a physical DNA. So this is why a lot of people go missing, because a lot of people can't make deals, can't afford to make deals, so they just go steal a deal. Okay. I know, but that will stop. That will stop after the gates are closed for good. So if y'all follow Snoop Dogg on Instagram, he shows off his new tattoo. It's like the Lakers and then a trophy and then the gates of heaven up here, and they're closed. Because Snoop Dogg's in on it, of course, because he represents Anubis and he posts a lot of code. And I even think he follows me because he be posting similar stuff that I post first. But that's okay. I don't mind. It's cool. Right. So the point is, there's certain things that are revealed to you when you know a when you're able to decode almost anything, you can tell exactly what's going on, what time it is, what's happening, da da da. Not guessing, not taking stuff literal, because a lot of stuff that you guys take literally, sometimes it's just figuratively. But at the end of the day, who knows what people do behind closed doors. That's all I'm going to say. Who knows? But the point is, it will stop once those gates are closed for good. Okay. That means either you have to do it the correct way or you don't get out, period. That's why y'all keep seeing that shooting star that NASA posted or First Class Space posted online. It's like a shooting star, and then it drops off a piece of itself and it keeps going. If y'all haven't seen it, y'all should check it out. That was code for you can't come. It's over, So here it is if you haven't seen it. I'll hold it up. See? So basically, if you ain't natural, you can't go. Okay. So gates are closed. It's over. The November is the election, which means that's when people make their deals. That's when they cast their votes. That's when they make their final deals. And so after election is when it's going to close. It's over. All right. What do you mean what's happening in December? It's over. Someday at Christmas. Go listen to the song. Someday at Christmas, men won't be boys. Playing with bombs like kids play with toys. One warm December, our hearts will see a world where men are free. Okay. That's this Christmas. That's it. It's over. Everyone will eventually mix into one and will be the same if they want to leave into the heavens. If not, that's why they're also turning up that energy, that 5G. If not, you're going to get caught up in technology and will be working someone's battery or phone as an energy if you don't. You know what I'm saying? Like The Simpsons. Mm-hmm. That's right. Not the end of the world. Okay, if y'all not keeping up, y'all probably not going to understand this video. Just go do the research and watch all my videos for the last year. You'll be fine. Okay, so I got a few books. If y'all want to read something and get some new insight on something instead of playing with candles. The Template of God Mind. And this goes all the way back to a lot of stuff, angelic frequencies, languages, communication with alien and extraterrestrials, all these Jewish mysticism, demonic forces, basically deals that were made, how to make a deal, how to get out, loopholes, but now everything is changing back. Then we have Black Genesis. And I did link all these below, so y'all can just click below and find them on the in the description. This is Black Genesis, Prehistoric Origins of Ancient Egypt. Y'all see that red sky back there? And then I got this book. This one's a little bit expensive, so I hope you can find it, or if not, I might go through it in some videos. But this is The Murder of Reality. And this just breaks down, it says this book has taken over This book has taken over 3,000 years to write. The truth can no longer be suppressed. This is the real story of the serpent race and their control over humanity. Well, the reason why it's out now is because it's over now. Basically, pretty much over. So it just tells you all the little stuff, and it's written in code, so you don't know code. Oops. Don't order it. Don't waste your time. It does it. I mean, you can read it if you know semicode. If you are a decoder, you'll be able to get through this book and understand it. But if you're not, don't even get it. It's too expensive. I wouldn't recommend it if you're not a decoder. So I'll give you and there's pictures in there that you have to decode too. It doesn't tell you. It's not for the regular person that doesn't know. So I'll read you a little part. It says, this one's called Snake Eyes, Be Quick or Dead. Be quick or be dead. Covered in sinners and dripping with guilt, making your money from slime and from filth, parading your bellies in ivory towers, investing our lives in your schemes and your powers. You got to watch them. Be quick or be dead. Snake eyes in heaven, the thieves in your head. You've got to watch them. Be quick or be dead. Snake eyes in heaven, the thief in your head. Be quick or be dead. Be quick or be dead. See what's ruling all of our lives. It says set what's ruling all of our lives. Set tubes pulling strings. I bet you won't fall on your face. Your belly will hold you in place. Who pulls the strings? The serpent is crawling inside of your ear. He says you must vote for what you want to hear. Told y'all about that voting. Don't matter what's wrong, and long as you're all right. So pull yourself stupid, rob yourself blind. You've got to watch them. Be quick or be dead. Snake eyes in heaven, the thieves in your head. You've got to watch them. Be quick or you're dead. Snake eyes in heaven, the thief in your head. Be quick or be dead. 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 Iron Maiden, Fear of the Dark, rehearsed 13th April. Okay, so I guess that was some Iron Maiden song. Basically, if you're going to make a deal, you better get in and get out. Okay. So that's not how the book is written. That was just a poem. But they do a lot of poems in here to try to show you where it's been written in pop culture to kind of wake people up. And it also goes through all the symbolism and like you see a picture like this, like what does this really mean? You know, it kind of goes into all of that. So if you're a decoder, this is a good book for you. But most of the stuff I kind of already know, but I'm going to look through it because there's always stuff I don't know that I might have missed or didn't notice. So I'm going to read it definitely. Okay, so a lot of people know like the folk stories about a lot of these things, and I try to study the just the symbolism, period. I don't go into different pantheons, and sometimes I do for an example, but I don't understand it from a only one perspective. I see it on a broad perspective because it's all the same thing. Okay, it's all the same thing. Just join your Patreon to get better at decoding. Sending you love. Thank you for all you do. Oh, thank you, Brianna. Sprinkle. I appreciate that. Thanks. Okay. So when I'm talking about death, I'm not talking about a physical death. I'm talking about a spiritual death. Okay. There's a difference. We're not talking about dying from the physical body because that's not really death for some people. We're talking about can you get into the cosmos? Can you get into the heavens, or are you trapped here to reincarnate or get used in any type of way your energy is harnessed? Okay, so that's the point. Like, and I've talked about this for 2 years straight. People still, I don't know if y'all are new, but a lot of people don't understand. If you don't have a certain thrust, you can't leave the earth. If you're not a rocket ship, as far as energy is concerned, you won't get out. That means if you don't have enough energy stored up and saved in your spiritual DNA and your spirit and your soul, you can't leave. Okay. And that means most people that don't hold a lot of eumelanin don't have that thrust because they can't absorb the energy from the sun in order to build it. Rocket thrust. So that's why they're closing the gates so no more deals can be made, because it creates too much crime and too much getting out of deals and like lying and tricking people. It's too much. So the spiritual war that has been going on is due to these deals being made. So they're shutting it down. And the only way to get out is what they say, to love each other. Okay. And so to love each other, that's what I'm saying. That's the only way to get out, to go bye-bye. Okay. Yes. And that doesn't mean just to love with your heart. It means to go make, now if you're already melanated, you ain't got to worry about nothing. Okay. If you already got it, you good, period. Now, you're good. Don't worry about it. So this is for those who just, want to know what's going on. Now, if anyone wants to leave into the heavens, they have to leave with melanin, with eumelanin. They have to leave the earth with eumelanin. Okay. If you want to keep getting that money, then keep doing it, or what you think, leave him up. Okay. Y'all are talking to each other. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video because I see a lot of y'all don't even understand what's happening in the world. And I didn't even give y'all the best part or the juiciest details, that I am so glad, because like y'all's minds are not where they should be. But that's okay. I think in time, most people will wake up and really see, really see. And when they do, we'll be on to the next thing. Like, what? You just get into that? Bye. We've been there 3 times and circled back. It has a lot to do with your lower chakra. Thank you, Tahari Sprinkle. It has a lot to do with your lower chakra and not enough focusing on, your higher self. Thank you, Lavish Kitten Sprinkle. I appreciate that. So if you find yourself bored of the video, you need to go, perhaps do some reading, do some research, do some decoding, learn some symbols, maybe subscribe to Hidden Knowledge TV and sign up and watch a lot of those stuff so you can get your information that you've been missing and that you don't have no clue about what's really happening in the world, or that's happened, or whatever, or even who you are. Because a lot of people, they want to learn, but then they get so easily distracted, and it's like you're not disciplined enough. And that's what alchemy and spiritual ascension is about: discipline. You gotta have discipline, or else it's like no point at all. None. You'll forget, you won't even remember. You'll forget what was said. You'll say the same thing you said 2 weeks ago. after, so it's kind of like, if you're not serious, then, let those who are serious be and go, do something that you feel is more at your level, because I don't think people should go too far ahead of what they think they can handle. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to drop the big secret because it's not time yet. Thank you, Sybil. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Appreciate that. I'll stay, but I'm not going to drop the big secret. The big secret is not for closed minds. Okay. And I was debating on, I had already put a video together with pictures and everything, but I can't do it because it's not time. Thank you, Marianne. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Could you decode Romans chapter 4? People need to know. I know because it happened to me, so shall they see thy seed be. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I don't have my Bible here, but you said Romans chapter 4, and don't be asking me no more to decode and no Bible stuff. That this is the only one. Thank you. Don't be putting it up there. I will look Romans 4, the whole thing. Hope it ain't long. You got a verse or something? Da, da, da. Oh yeah, I was thinking about, Abraham got a hitched a ride out because he did what he did for the greater good, basically. Yeah, Abraham hitched a ride out because he had to do what he had to do for the greater good. Okay, there you go. But yes, time's up for the deals. So you're going to see the crime rate go down, the kidnappings go down, especially among, you melanated people, because they can't do that anymore. It's not even going to work. It's over. Thank you, reality. They're talking about sugar daddy drove you off. Sugar my head. Oh, sprinkle, sprinkle, reality. Yeah, that's the wrong channel, y'all. Y'all need to look on the videos before you click on it. Look at the title. Look at the name. Can we get a snippet? No, I can't. I can't really reveal it. I keep showing up in your dreams telling you stuff. Well, that's good. That means I'm your spiritual guru. So the really big secret, I don't know if people want to it. I don't know if I should be the one to reveal it, or should I allow it to unfold by itself so everybody can get the aha moment. Living through your vision. Thank you. Good day. Share the info on your Patreon. Thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I might drop some hints and clues. How about that? I'm dropping some also on Instagram, but I will drop some bigger ones on Patreon. How about that? But the point is that the secret is not, first of all, if I did say what the big thing was, 90% of the people wouldn't even believe it. Okay. And I don't want them stupid comments. That's number one. 90% of the people would never believe it. And the other 10% would have so many questions. And, that's understandable. I mean, I could take it if it was 10%. Hey, mother, we're not going to say the big secret because it's not time. Thank you. Most people, it wouldn't even change your life if you knew or not. Actually, it might change your opinions of things, but it wouldn't change your life. That's all. So certain things are too obvious and simple, yet so powerful. Yeah. And plus, it can mess up some stuff as well. But it was the secret was so secret that people wouldn't believe it anyway. So even if I did tell, nobody would really believe. So I'd rather just save myself the trouble. Thank you, Fatima. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I'm listening. You are doing your thing, and I appreciate your efforts. Thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. No, help me. I'm reincarnated. So, yeah, I'm not gonna give the secret because it's people ain't ready for it. There you go. How about that? And it's not about my personal life, cryptonomics. It's not about me at all. Mm-hmm. If you can decode on my level, you'll probably see it. Mm-hmm. Right. I think the only people that were supposed to figure it out are the people that were told, or the people that could figure it out. And the people that could figure it out will have the knowledge and the discipline and the understanding to know whether to tell the information or not. That's why it's hidden. So this is one of those cases where if you can't decode it, you shouldn't know it. Okay. You said I live ghosts in y'all house this weekend. Y'all are silly. Mm-hmm. Okay. Your stock's about to go up. That's good. I, well, we all know. Do I think Elon Musk knows? A lot of celebrities know. I'll just say that. A lot of celebrities already know. The ones that are in the know, they know. Okay. Shira, you spoke about the meaning of skull and crossbones a while back. Could you remind me? It's the pyramid. That's all it is. It's the pyramid. Um, the two bones that are crossed represent the square, and the skull represent the third dimension. So you have the square and then the triangle. It represents a pyramid. Um, the last season. Okay, so a lot of these secrets, like I said, the celebrities make are in their songs. If you become a really good decoder, you will look at celebrities totally different. You'll look at how people lied and told people things that weren't true, and there was different ways to do things, and it was kind of like keeping people ignorant so that they could exploit them on purpose in many different ways. So now that time is up, and a lot of things are getting ready to change, and you're going to see a lot of race mixing in the very near future. You're going to see everybody try to get with them a melanated person, especially if you're in the US, because they're going to be pushing that very hard now. Hard. You said Lady Gaga will never have a baby. She already got her ride out, baby. Like, her deal's already made. I don't know. Or she probably has a secret baby. You never know. A lot of these celebrities have secret children. Okay. Or they could take their egg. They have in vitro fertilization and all that stuff now. They have so many things that you can do. A lot of these celebrities have already done it, and you just don't understand and don't know. A lot of celebrities have kids running around that they may never even meet. Okay. A lot of celebrities have kids and have their family members raise them, and will never tell you they have a child. Thank you, the American Tarot Girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So a lot of people who you think are one race are really another race too. A lot of people may not even be what you think they are. Or they may also have a child somewhere. Mm-hmm. Um, they've been doing it, but I'm just trying to say that the way to do it incorrectly is done. The puffer way is done. That's why Diddy changed his name from Puff Daddy to Diddy, because in alchemy, puffers are the people that try to find a quick shortcut and easy way out. That's not conducive to spiritual growth. So they're ending that way. You can't hitch rides anymore. You can't make deals anymore. Da, da, da. You got to have babies the old-fashioned way. You got to be this to get out. Right. The Kardashians are clearly leading the way. Yep. The celebrities are not evil at all. The people that exploit them are. Period. For trying to get out that way. Okay. Anybody trying to make a deal with someone because they don't want to do things the correct way, those are the evil people. The people that don't have opportunity because of certain, people that have the authority over a lot of businesses and industries and will exploit you if you don't want to make deals with them, those are the evil people. Okay. Now people will be given a more fair shot in the industry versus, oh, well, you have to sell your soul. You can't sell a soul no more. You won't be able to. Thank you, Tyrone. Sprinkle, sprinkle. The only thing you can do is have a secret child with somebody, and that's about it. Or donate your eggs or something. Or sperm. That's it. That's all they can be able to do. No rides out. No putting stuff up people's noses. No rituals. No drinking blood. No eating pineal glands. It's over. It's done. All right. Because now that 5G is implemented, it's going to be 6G soon. And so that, right, if you try to lead, like they're going to make it stronger and stronger to force people to become one. Because if you try to leave your body and you don't have the ability to leave the earth, you will be sucked back down and used as energy or whatever. Okay. So that's what time it is now. You'll see so many celebrities posting some crazy stuff. Let's see if I can find a good example and I will explain it to you, because I just see them everywhere. So Trump walking with his daughter down the halls of a mentee, obviously, and she's wearing all black. So his daughter's covered. He made a deal for her. He already got his deal. High end featuring Future and Young Thug. So here's the blue. Chris Brown posted this. Blue gang. So blue gangster. Wow. Let's see. Snoop always has some funny stuff on here. Let me go look at him. Everything is so coded. You just have to learn. So he's made a song with this girl called Odilla. And break it down. The break and at the beach, whenever you see people at the beach, that means they can't go to the cosmos. They stuck on the land. The water is the cosmos, and her name is Odilla, like the deal. She's trying to make a deal. So a lot of artists will advertise themselves as wanting to make a deal with their song, their name, da da da. Let's see what this is. So, okay, Snoop starts off his video with the parked sign. Like, okay. So look, I'll show you. That means you can't have a ride, baby. We parked. We ain't going nowhere. Then he'll show off his tattoo and talk about what it is and like show you the gates of heaven.
With the Lakers going through the ball, gates of heaven up top, and it don't stop. Laker Nation, thank y'all, Lakers, and thank you, Mr. Cartoon, in a real motherfucking way. We the West.
So, hold on. So, Lakers represent melanated people. It represents water. Those who walk on water, work on water. The Miami Heat represented pink flowers that are hot, that are getting hot and withering. So that's what you get when you decode those words. Miami Heat and then Lakers. So the Lakers were always going to win. Thank you, KB. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Appreciate that. Okay. The Lakers winning represented the victory of the gates of heaven's closing, and you have to get out the old-fashioned way. Okay. Yeah. It don't matter if they sold their soul. There was a loophole that they could get out of it. And that's why they sing about it, because if they sing about how they sold their souls, someone will step in that's more powerful and help them get out. That's why they sing about it. It's a cry for help, basically. Like, oh my God, I sold my soul for this fame. Somebody better come somebody better come help me. You know, I'll be on your label, or I'll do collabs with you, or whatever, you know, but I had to sell some to get this far. So now y'all got to come get me. It's basically like that. Tupac did too. Most all of the rappers have, but that's because they knew the loophole. Okay. A lot of people didn't, because they didn't really want to deal with that. But the ones that are already higher up who found the loophole will sign those people that don't want to make deals, because this is the new era that's coming in where you don't have to make deals. Okay. You said Young Thug is helping everyone. Yeah. So that's what's going on. A lot of these artists, the older artists, sacrificed themselves in order to get big so that they can turn around and help other people. And through helping those other people not have to make deals, they're then covered. You know what I'm saying? What about tanning beds? I mean, it will increase your melanin production. That's the whole thing that Donald Trump is doing. The UV therapy with certain injections. It's a synthetic version, but it keeps them well. I guess he has his down to a science because he's been doing it for years. That Regeneron therapy. And when he said that he was going to give Regeneron free to everybody, he did not mean a drug per se. He meant the frequency, the radiation, and all the sunlight and all the 5G waves and whatnot that are going through the atmosphere right now. That's your Regeneron. Okay, you're not talking about a literal drug. Okay. All right. It's Mother No Shade. Bye. So have fun. I know you was gonna say that. Haha. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I watched Lovecraft Country, and it's telling you a lot of stuff in there too. I wonder if it's gonna tell you the big secret, because so far it's been telling stuff. The big secret. I don't know if it's gonna tell you that. It might hint to it. Mm-hmm. I'd be surprised. I'd be impressed. Oh. Mm-hmm. Okay. I need to watch the last episode because I missed it this weekend. Did y'all see Nibiru, Alien Afro Woman? Yep. She reminds me of Garnet from Steven Universe on Lovecraft Country. Okay, so on Lovecraft Country, when they give that lady the potion, so she turns into a white woman and then back into herself and then back to a white woman, back into herself, that's the deal. That's like making the deal. It's like one person's mind takes over and then they have access into this world versus, not having access to certain opportunity. It's a metaphor for that. It's a metaphor for having eyes and ability to earn money in another world, in a world that they don't have access to because of, who they are, or them being oppressed. So that's kind of what that metaphor is like, but it's also a metaphor of a consciousness as well. Like, mm-hmm. So, and what's your advice for me regarding this ascension? I'm a Latino, took DNA test, high Native American, Maya, 34%. I have some, but low African DNA. Well, as long as you have melanin, you're good, I believe. Bruno Mars. Okay, let's talk about Bruno Mars. So he made a deal, or he tried to make a deal. I don't know if he did or not. But then he got out of his deal too. He found a loophole in his stuff. So he's going to be free. So he's free. But that's what you have to. That's what you have to do to get into the industry back then. Now it's changing. You don't have to do that no more. But this is the last train. This is the last year. 2020. It's over, and everything changes. That's why Diddy had to make that that speech at the Grammys, because the Grammys symbolizes something. Like, how it's a little record player with a horn. That's symbolic in itself. That's why people was peeing in theirs and pooping it. I'm peeing on it and stuff, because of what it represents. It represents a deal, because you have a record player and a black vinyl record with a speaker with a needle in it, just, playing it. So the record is the artist, and the speaker and the player is the person that made the deal with them. So they're their mouth, and they have control of whether they get heard or not. You see? So that's why they don't like the Grammy. That's why they like F these Grammys. Because that's what it symbolizes. And so that's why Diddy had to go make a speech at that Grammy party, because he was telling them time was up. We finna take it over. Y'all did MJ wrong. That's why he came out with Thriller. And that's da-da-da-da. Okay. So if you didn't see that, I'm sure it's up on YouTube somewhere. Jay-Z talks about it in the song The Joy. I've got to go look that up. I have not spoke on Jaguar Wright yet. I have not had a chance to listen to her in full. I will go listen. I said I would. Is she dropping like major bombs or stuff people already knew or thought they knew? Because if she is, I'll tell you why. She's telling it to be to redeem these people who don't have a voice. You know what I'm saying? She was probably instructed to tell. If once your sins are confessed, then you shall be forgiven. Basically, is what she's doing. She's there as the middle ground. That's why her name is Jaguar, because Jaguar is the middle ground. She represents between the spirit world and the physical world. That's what her name means. Okay. So she's there to confess the sins. She's the mouth, or she's confessing the sins of all those people. They probably gave her permission in order for them to get these new deals. Because Black people can make deals with Black people too, to redeem them. Okay. So if you're covered by someone, you're redeemed. If you ever see someone singing with like a choir behind them, like a bunch of people always with them, like an entourage, that's their loophole. You'll always see people with a choir or a big entourage, or, you know, somebody. The Kanye effect. Yep, Kanye said, I'm gonna get through, period. No matter what. I'm getting through with this choir. Okay. He said, everybody getting through with this choir. So that's why Kanye West surrounds himself in a circle a lot with his choir, because that means I'm being raptured. I've been raptured up. These people got me, period. Mariah Carey too. That's why she always inquires. They got her. They got her back. So you said Kirk Franklin. Y'all are silly. When I was in VA, I sang at a Baptist church choir. Well, if you're already brown and you ask to be forgiven, you are forgiven, because that's not because he tried to make amends with Jay-Z. If y'all heard Kanye's latest rant, he says, I'm gonna figure out how to make up with Jay-Z, and I'm gonna do right, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do that. See, he's trying to get mercy. Okay. So only those who are able to get that mercy are going to get it. Mercy for making a deal. They have to find what they call it, let's just say they need they need to get the other person out of their head. They need to be raptured up by someone else with eumelanin because of what they possess inside of them. So when they get to the gates, you know, they need so much melanin that the other person is totally absorbed and disappeared. You know what I'm saying? That's why he keeps the choir around him. That's why he won't fly nowhere without that choir. He's always with a bunch of people. Okay. Okay. So you have to make a deal. You probably don't in the very near future after 2020, but a lot of people are making deals, and the deals may be reversed now. You know, the power is switching, and it's going to be crazy. The books are all listed in the description bar. Okay. Your bro Omarion is a good dude. He on Kemet pushing for positive vibration. He talked about the industry and its limitations. We are taking over. Yep. All the truth is coming out, and no one should have to make deals if they have talent. And so that's what the whole point of all of this is. Yeah, Jaguar, right, right to the right, and also the person that writes and creates, recreates, writes the story. And if you don't know what that means, it represents you melanin. Okay, so you remember when Trump walked across the street to that abandoned church that was painted white and boarded up? And he had that black book. Okay, have y'all been watching Lovecraft Country, the Book of Numbers? That was what he was representing. So so that whole Trump crossing of the street where they threw the smoke bombs and they had the military, and he crossed and went over there and held up the black book next to the white church boarded all up. White church boarded up represents deals anymore because it's boarded up. It's over. The black book represents the black people. Okay. And he was holding it up. Okay, what do you think about feminism? I think it's fine. I don't know, whatever you want to feel. I think it has nothing to do with the ascension or anything I'm talking about. However you conduct your life and whatever you feel is the best for you, that's what you need to do. You know, everybody's different in how they get their livelihood or how they feel about themselves. Okay. What's the deal? The deal for the ride out. You can't hitch rides out anymore if you don't have your melanin. Can't hitch rides out after election time. After this election, after 2020, no more rides. Period. It's over. You have to mix to get out if you don't have your melanin. Period. That's it. It's over. A lot of celebrities make deals to get famous, to get airplay, to get sponsorships, to get, famous, basically. Famous is not even a word that I would even use. That's why Beyonce and JC said, I don't care about the fame. Fame represents a star, a shining star, a bright shining star, which means you want access to both sides because you can't do it on your own. Okay. So the loophole, a lot of these celebrities find out how to make a deal and then find a way out of it and still have that access, or already used what the opportunity was to get more money, and now they can sever their ties. Even though that wasn't the deal, they figured a way out of it. So a lot of people make deals and then get tricked, and there's nothing you can do about it except for try to kill the person or whatever. But if there's a death threat out on someone, they can actually fake their death before they really get got. So a lot of artists have done that because they made some deals and they got out, they tricked the person, and now if they're truly scared for their life, they will most likely fake their death and go into the witness protection program because they can't get out of the deal, or unless the deal was to fake their death. You know what I mean? Or something else. But these deals are always being made, but now they're literally getting ready to stop this year. That's why music got so strange and weird in the last 10 years because everybody was rushing to make deals. Because back in the old days, you had to be like super talented. You have to fit in a certain criteria. Your music has to be A1 and be able to be like, super quality. Now, a lot of people are able to get deals and just mumble rap on, over some music because everybody was rushing for that 2020 line to make that deal, to get that money, get that ride, hitch that ride, get in and get out. So that's why music went, and people got to go to the old music to hear some quality. I'm not going to lie, I like some of the good music because of the information in it. And I'm glad that the music was informative, but that's why it's not as good as it used to be. You said Chris Brown. Yeah, Chris Brown have to hit you. Chris Brown already have a ride out. Okay. He showed you who his ride out was on one of his videos. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And like I said, as long as you are melanated, you can be redeemed. The young thug, that's right, young thug. And y'all remember when everybody saying Young Thug was gay or bi? He was like he wants somebody to be his wife or whatever. But it was another guy. Well, in alchemy, remember when I was telling you about the finger, the ring finger, meaning the lantern, which means the light in the other eye, the light on the other side? Well, that's code for wife or girlfriend. So even if it's a boy, you're going to say, okay, that's what he was saying. He was saying, I need a wife. I need some eyes on the other side. I need somebody that already made it into the, this part of the industry. And so that was his advertisement for, who want to hit your ride. Okay. Now you said, yeah, the light of the bride. The light is the bride. So if you start decoding lyrics and you hear somebody talk about light, kind of decode it. Yeah, Meg the Stallion, who got shot in the foot. Speaking about women, yes, very important. So the whole shooting thing about the foot represents the lower self. The lower self. Okay. And I decoded this. Why does everything have to do about rap? Because because these are the most popular people right now. Like everybody listens to rap. I mean, TikTok, if you go on TikTok, it's full of hip hop. There's no country playing, and nobody listens to rock and roll anymore. Everybody likes rap. Everybody likes R&B. Everybody likes black music, period. So it's only in these types of music because nobody listens to anything else. Not the masses anyway. So it makes the most money. Nobody over here listening to Taylor Swift. Okay, she's out there in the wilderness. And that's another thing the industry is doing as a slap in the face. Like they're taking certain artists that aren't very talented and giving them awards upon awards upon awards when that may top other artist awards who are far, far greater. But what that does, and they don't realize this, what that does is it takes the value of the award down. Okay, no one starts to care about those awards anymore when certain people start winning them because they're not any competition. So when you see a lot of people getting awards that you know that they don't deserve, it's taking away the value of those awards and those award ceremonies and those award shows, because everybody knows it's not true. That's why Kanye had to get up there and tell the world when Taylor Swift won over Beyonce that it was a joke. This ain't, this is not it, because they had to bring attention to it. So they said that Taylor Swift has outdone Whitney Houston, won more awards than Michael Jackson. And we know she ain't nowhere near Michael Jackson's toenail, period. Or Whitney's fingernail. Ain't nowhere near it, period. But she got more awards or something, or more whatever. But that's what the whole thing is about. Gonna give them the truth, even if it goes through Taylor Swift. Tell her this: no one man should have all that power. It's rigged for her to win those awards so that you can see that it's fake and to devalue the awards. Okay. Kanye Ben told us that's right. That's why she's always popping up every once in a while, because she's that, like, her name is Taylor Swift, which means quickly made clothes, cheap clothes, period. Okay. And y'all know what clothes represent. So her job in the industry is to shine light on how unfair it is and how imbalanced it is and inaccurate it is, to devalue the award system. She was a plant. There's several plants, the double agents, I'll say. She's a double agent. So is someone else. Okay. You said MJ is overrated. It don't really matter, but the point is, he's still better than her by hundreds of thousands of albums sold. Hundreds of millions, excuse me. So it's okay to fake a death, which can cause some hardcore fans to commit suicide. That's up to them. That's their free will. They stupid enough to go do that. That's their problem. Okay. You shouldn't be that crazy about a person anyway, period. I mean, I can understand if it was their child, but that's already some underlying issues. I don't live my life for you. That's what he said in his song. I don't live my life for you. So I got to do what I got to do. Escape. Okay. If he lived life for other people, he couldn't live his own life. Gotta go. Bye. Sorry. Do what you gotta do. See you on the other side if you make it. Right. People don't listen to words in songs. They don't understand certain things, even when they're not in code. People don't listen. They can't hear. It's something wrong. They be using some fluoride toothpaste or something too long. It's just, they don't click. It don't click to them. Tell somebody, sits them down and explains things one at a time. And half the time they don't hear that or believe it. So you can't really help those people. Just let them be. All right. Like I said, there's too many people. Like, I could never tell the secret because too many people are in too many different places and levels of consciousness, and it just ain't gonna work over YouTube. I think it has to be revealed to the world. People got to see it to believe it. So, DJing. Why is he focused on DJing? Disc jockey? Because he's in control of the music now. Remember what I told you what the Grammy Award meant? So y'all got to listen and put 1 and 2 together. The album or the black vinyl represents the melanin. The record player and the speaker represents the one who controls the melanin. And the Grammy Awards use that trophy in order to show who is in control of the artists, not themselves. That's why you see people peeing on them now. Okay. So being a DJ represents I control my own self now. I control my own. I got my own now. I don't need you. Period. Okay. So you got to read between the lines. You got to break it all the way down. Hotel California, basically, you ain't getting out of here unless you mix. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. The vote among a committee to vote who they think should win in a Grammy. Right. So that's good. Years ago. That means he in control. No deal. That was his way of saying, don't try to make no deals with me. Or I got out of the deal, or I found a loophole in the deal, or whatever. Those are messages to people like, don't approach me with no more deals, or, I don't need you. Beyonce talks about it, and she said, she's always getting phone calls all the time. She says, stop calling my phone. That represents trying to make a deal. People keep trying to make deals with them, and they don't want to make deals. Stop calling my phone. Y'all, like, I'm gonna tell y'all, if y'all are asking me questions about super emotional things, I'm too detached. I'm just gonna tell y'all, I'm too detached because I don't latch on to things that I understand are not in my best interest. Okay. To me, it's being honest with yourself. That's it. I'm very honest with myself. So I don't latch on emotionally to things that aren't beneficial to me. You see? So I can't relate to certain questions. If you're asking me how to get over somebody, go get another one is my answer. Go get a better one, basically. I understand that it takes you down an energetic path. No, it don't take me down. I just don't care. Once you get to a certain level mentally and spiritually, you don't have time for stuff that don't matter. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter anymore. It's over. It's done. Move on. Period. End of story. Either you do or you don't. It's kind of like, do you sit around asking and wondering about your old job? Who fired you? No. You just go get another one. That's how you have to think about it. People are the same. Okay? That's how I feel. You said teach an emotional detachment class. Be honest with yourself. He don't want you, period. Move on. That'll be the class, and it'll be 30 seconds, period. I can't hold people's hand and nurse them and dry their tears. I just can't. That's why I became a mortician instead of a nurse, because I can't. Okay, look, they already did. Good. Don't have to deal with them. All this and that. I just can't, y'all. I'm sorry. Don't think that I don't care. It's just that I can't care. You understand? I can't care because I'm honest with myself and I'm honest with reality. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You just said that you didn't, so I just mm-hmm. It just is. People need to listen to Napoleon Hill's Conversation with the Devil and we'll explain everything. True. We all know you care. Sharing this information is very altruistic. Yeah, I care about stuff that matters. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, Elisa. Um, right. So, stuff that matters. Not to say that your feelings don't matter, but they don't matter to me. Like that's just being honest. Period. Like that's your problem and your experience, and either you be honest with yourself and figure it out, or or don't. So everything that's going on, there's about to be a huge change. 05 got change for you, as Jay-Z says in the Ape song. Nana clips for that monkey business. Y'all ever wonder what that line was about? Nana clips for that monkey business. 45 got change for you. Better get you with the residential. Those lyrics mean you better get a ride. You better get a residential. Better get you with the residential. You better hit your ride quick. Time is almost up. 45, Donald Trump got change for you. Nana clips for that monkey business. Bananas being clipped off. That means bananas have a high amount of potassium, which is represented by the letter K on the periodic table, which also increases the production of synthetic melanin. No more synthetic melanin, basically. 05 got changed. Nana clips for that monkey business. Okay. So you got to be a scientist. I'm telling you, you gotta be, I don't know, maybe I decode everything. Okay. I decode stuff and I go in directions that people don't think to go. Like when he said nanas, I knew he meant bananas. I say, well, what does bananas represent? Okay, they're yellow, but they're high in potassium. People eat bananas for potassium. What's potassium? So I look up potassium and eumelanin. And there it goes, pop up. Potassium is used in the production of synthetic melanin. Got it. Okay. So you have to connect dots. You can't stop at banana. Okay. Or grandma. Somebody would have thought that meant grandma. No, you have to understand the song is ape. Bananas, nanas will go with ape. Yes. You got to use context clues, and you have to go the furthest that you can go. Why didn't he address white supremacy? Why didn't Donald Trump address white supremacy? Because it doesn't exist anymore. Okay. It was an illusion. He said, stand back and stand by. You know what that means, right? It means watch. Something will be revealed very soon. It means just wait. Okay. There's something to be revealed. And I know what it is, but just wait a minute. So, he said, stand back and stand by. I mean, wait. Just step back and wait. Get your popcorn ready. 24 karat magic in the air. That's right. That was Bruno Mars's Redemption, the 24K. And you notice all his dancers he got around him. Okay. He said hashtag Jesus. No, hashtag blessed. Got to blame it on Jesus. Hashtag blessed. Put your pinky fingers to the moon. That's like giving your middle finger. So your melanated finger to the pale, to the moon, like that's the equivalent to doing this. And this means the sun. This means I'm the sun. So that's why it means something bad, because the alchemy hand, the alchemy symbolisms on the alchemy hand is behind all the hand gestures. So when you see Donald Trump doing this, it ain't the white supremacy sign. It ain't 666. Go look up the alchemy hand. Okay. It means the star and the pale king. Right. Doesn't mean no Illuminati. It don't mean no 666. It don't mean no white supremacy. This is exactly what it means. The alchemy fingers do the alchemy work. Okay. Have you watched the Kanye West workout plan video? Not in a long time. I'll go rewatch it though, but it's been forever. I know it had Anna Nicole Smith in it. I'm about to leave in a few minutes, but I always thought of it like how we changed the white supremacy everyone believes we're under is an illusion. Yeah, it's an illusion. And the powers always switch. The power switch when the sun switches, or when the angle of the earth switches, that the light gets in, and the amount of ionosphere around the planet also switches, in the electromagnetosphere that is either disrupted or together also determines on a lot of stuff too. So you can't control the heavens. You can't control what's in the heavens. Only certain people can do that. Like the people that can get out there can control that. So no, there is no white supremacy because the earth is in the heavens, period. So if people wanted to, you can think you're superior, but if an asteroid hits, everybody die. And only those with souls can go to another Earth-type planet and reincarnate into another body. Or only those that have, that soul can go and reincarnate elsewhere into another being whenever, But those that don't will just dissipate and go into the energy of other things with no ability to reincarnate unless they have, the child with their DNA in it somewhere. So there is no such thing as white supremacy. It's a trick and an illusion, because the earth is inside of the heavens. That's like saying you're a body, right? And outside of your body is the heavens. So it's like saying one of your organs is supreme. Or the cells, one of your cells is supreme, but it's not the truth. So we aren't going to bear children once this is closed. I don't think y'all understand still. Okay, I got it. Let me get my little board. Where's this thing at? Where my pen go? I gotta go, but I'm explaining for the people in the back. If you have a baby with a black person and you are not black, or if you are not, or brown or whatever, you can reincarnate, and then you can come back through a grandchild. Okay, I'm going to write down the steps. Hopefully the grandchild got you melanin. Keep them kids, with you melanin. Then you can be free to the cosmos, or reincarnate at will. This is how it works. Get a baby. Make sure it has you melanin. The grandchild, hopefully, has this. Then you are reborn through that grandchild, and then you are free. Okay, you gotta lose life just to have a life, like Lil Wayne said on "Don't Cry." That's the formula if you aren't born with you melanin. There's no more free hitching of rides and making of deals and drinking blood and eating them pineal glands and all that. That's over. No kidnapping children to get their blood to stay connected to hitch the ride, because the ionosphere is now thicker and you can't get out unless you won't be able to get out. It makes you leave behind. Sorry, y'all. It makes you leave behind what is not supposed to get out. You got to leave it behind. Let go. You got to let it go. Let it go. That's why Snoop was playing the Frozen song while driving and smoking a blunt, because he was saying, we're going to have to let you go now. Like, there's no way you can hitch a ride out anymore. The ionosphere is different now. The sky is different. The heavens are different. The gates of heaven are now sealed. So the best way to get out is to mix. That's as if you're black already, if you got you melanin already, you're good. Don't mix out. Here you go. If you got a lot to spare, if you like Rick Ross, if you like Lil Wayne and stuff, if you're very dark, you can mix out. But you won't be all the way mixed out, because your child will still be very, melanated. But they will have to mix back in. You see, it's a pattern. Mix in, mix out, mix in, mix out, whatever. That's what it is. Make sure your kids look like you didn't kidnap them. That's basically all you got to do, period. Okay? Killing Me Softly. There you go. That's the whole Bible. Read the Bible. Basically the Bible is telling you how to mix out or mix in slowly. Okay. You said you haven't heard it like that. Well, that's the simplest way I can think to explain it. Okay. You think an asteroid gonna hit? Well, what is an asteroid? What is an asteroid code for? Or a comet? It's like a shooting star, right? An asteroid, a comet, a shooting star, whatever you want to call it. That asteroid has a tail, right? What's in that tail? Plasma and ice. Souls. Okay? Souls are in there. So when this flies over the earth or near the earth, these souls come from a whole different part of the universe, period. And they are coming to earth. These are the extraterrestrials. Okay? These are your ETs, baby. And they come with this knowledge. And they started coming a lot more recently. Okay. So people looking for aliens and stuff, they're not going to come in the form you think they're going to come in. The aliens are not coming in the organic humanoid type form. They are coming in the plasma. You are going to breathe it in, baby. Breathe. Take a deep breath. If your frequency is on the same frequency or a similar frequency as the plasma ETs that will inhabit you, wonderful. If not, you might just get sick. Might make you sick. Might get the corona or something. Okay. That's all science too. That's how they said man has evolved through the things landing on the earth from space. Bacteria, viruses, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. And that's science. Mm-hmm. Peace and frequency, right? Yeah, Mars is the closest that's ever been, and that it will ever be until 2035. Mars is very close right now. We're going to take it to the moon, take it to the stars. We're going to take this whole thing to Mars. Lift off, lift off. And on that song with Beyonce, Jay-Z, and Kanye, she plays the Challenger soundbite. Challenger was a rocket that exploded because it couldn't make it through the ionosphere. A lot of people were upset that she put that in her music, but it was for a reason. Okay. Okay. Albinos have melanin, just not manifested. Okay. I remember you decoding your name, saying something about Everest. No, that wasn't me. Do you think it's reasonable to expect a man to pay your bills and make you into a stay-at-home wife if you never want kids? Girl, I don't know. This is the wrong channel, baby. Sprinkle. Not in that thinking mode. Don't ask me questions that are not about the video. Wrong channel, wrong video. Read the video for y'all, click it. Anyway, can you decode the Denver Airport Bureau? Y'all should be able to decode by now, baby. And here's the thing. I'm sitting up here teaching for hours at a time, and y'all still asking me to decode for you. Y'all need to start learning how to decode yourself. I've given you all the keys and clues and how to do it. You watch me sit up here and do it 20,000 million times. Google. Go look up the symbol and Google its spiritual meaning, biblical meaning, etymology, whatnot. If you're too lazy to do that, you don't need to know. Or you can get a book, or you could try. I'd rather you try than just ask. That means you're lazy and you don't have the discipline and you shouldn't have the knowledge. So I'm sitting up here teaching y'all how to decode so y'all can do it. I don't decode to be marveled at. I wish more people knew how to decode so I had somebody to talk to besides my child who understands code. You know, or having to watch other celebrities drop code that no one else gets because the comments are so stupid. So that's why I sit up here and teach it, so that more people can learn it. Most people got to sell their soul to learn this stuff, period, okay? It's free over here. Most people got to make a pact, or do some type of promise with their life or whatnot to get this information, or read thousands of books and study for 10 years and whatnot. But this free over here, I don't charge a thing, and y'all still don't want it. That's why they say don't give nothing away for free, because I'm going to start charging after 2020. It's going to cost, period. Y'all better get it in. I'll leave the videos up, though. I'm just saying, because, you know, if you're serious about the information, if you're just in it for fun and for novelty, it doesn't, you know, whatever. But if you really want to see what's happening and what's going on and things far into the future, you know, codes that are being dropped every day in movies and entertainment, even on the news and in sports and all that, then you have to learn how to decode. And it's not that hard. It's just that you have to have the drive to want to do it. Okay. You can go search YouTube. You won't find anybody that's putting out this type of information in this much detail. I've looked, believe me, I couldn't find nobody. If you don't have pen and paper taking notes or whatever, then you're missing out on a lot of free information that you won't find. It will be hard for you to find anywhere else. Very hard. Right. Q Reeves is good, but he don't go as deep as well, he goes deep on certain things, but he don't go all the way. Like, do you think he knows what I know? Do you think he knows the big secret? I don't know. And I'm not saying that, you know, I'm not saying anything bad against him, because everybody has a different perspective. So he may know something I don't know. And I may know something he don't know. And the fact is, if we talked, then we would both know. Okay. That's why I'm saying, if everybody knew how to decode and everybody talked, so many secrets would be revealed. So many would see things that I wouldn't see, because their focus is on this when mine is on that. And then if you got the information, say Q got the information and I got the information, and we all sat down and had a conversation and had so much knowledge that we could totally change the way something works for the better, then that's how the information is used for the good, the greater good. But if no one understands anything, and people are just walking around feeling like they're living in a world full of people that are not on their same level, then it's just like, oh, well, let me just go become a hermit. Okay. So that's why I do this for free. That's why I teach for free, because people need to learn, because this is how things are going to start being communicated now. And if you don't see it, oh, well, that's going to be the attitude. Oh, well, you should have woke up by now. They're not going to be nice with you. You're just going to be the sacrifice, because there's no value, because they don't see that you care enough to see what's really going on, or you're just going to be considered the help or the worker bee, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want to be that. You don't want to be the worker bee of society. Okay. It ain't hard with practice. Do it about 5 times and you'll get the hang of it. Yeah, and there's some people that are on there's some people that can decode so well and they're so into it, but it's hard to bring themselves back down to the people. And sometimes when they speak, you understand nothing that they say. I have this. I break stuff down in music that you guys listen to. I talk about things on a lower level so that people can understand them on a higher level. So I'm almost like someone who can help you understand when you have literally no background knowledge. Okay. A lot of people listen to certain people and have no clue what they're saying. They just feel like it's true because they said it, but they don't understand it. They can't break it down. They can't regurgitate it and tell it to someone else and then also do an example of it. So how I teach people can go out and do this for themselves and understand what other people are saying and also break down what's going on in the world. Not just hearing someone speak that sounds smart. That's not good enough anymore. You have to learn how to do it. Okay. There's some people that are too smart and they can't communicate with normal people. You have to be grounded in order to stay on a certain level to communicate with people. So I try to stay grounded. What is this on the floor? So, oh my gosh, I try to stay grounded enough to where I can still talk to normal people without people thinking I'm crazy, or at least all the way crazy. That's why I can't really reveal what I was gonna reveal, because a lot of people would say crazy. But it's not really crazy. It's just not something that the world is ready for right now. Yeah, I'll say that. Not the world. Yeah. Yeah, I read. So, yeah. Sorry, I have to take off my shoe. Put something on. Oh. Okay, so hopefully you will learn how to decode and start decoding yourself. And don't ask me what does it mean. I'd rather you tell me what you think it means, and then I could correct it if it's wrong. Or I could say, "Ooh, wow, you're good." Or I would rather do that than have people just ask me, because it means at least you're trying to learn or trying to figure stuff out, and that you're actually paying attention and listening, and that I'm not doing this in vain. Okay, so just because you might be right. And also, it comes with self-confidence, and it also increases your intuition when you are not afraid to put yourself out there into what you think something means. Okay, so put yourself out there. It don't matter. I mean, what's the harm? You don't lose anything. All you have to gain is the knowledge. Mm-hmm. Here's my thing. I think a lot of people are awakening now because of the new light that's, the new angle and the new tilt and the new light, and, the ETs that have been coming by and, inhabiting people. You're going to get lots of new knowledge. If you're on the right frequency, you got to change that number on or down. Got to get on that frequency, because like some energies don't like certain other energies. If you're eating a poor diet, if you are in a negative environment, a lot of energies aren't attracted to that. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like if you were going to invade someone's body, you ain't gonna go pick the grossest body. You ain't gonna go pick out the least healthy. You're gonna go find something healthy. or what you thought looked healthy. Thank you, Incog. Sprinkle, sprinkle thoughts on e-government. Would regular government stop it? How would they be able to stop it? Sprinkle, sprinkle. So if a bunch of ETs in the form of plasma were coming in, or energy, or electricity, plasma is electricity, were coming in, it would be a frequency, right? And they were trying to fill the air and fill the people with energy and information and intelligence. If the vessel was unable to receive this gift, the gift might not, it might backfire on them and might just, kill them like a disease. But it's really a frequency. It's not a disease. It's a frequency. And those people who receive that frequency and live, you know how they say people walk around with corona but not spreading it? They're now one with the alien. And that's not even a big secret. So they're now one with that energy, that plasma. They're now one with that. People that aren't affected by it are probably also one with it. If you didn't get sick and you didn't die corona, you good. You have upgraded your DNA. And as time goes, as 2020, as the gates close, then things will start to reveal. Okay. You survived it, girl. Hey. On the Clarks. Thank you, girl. Thank you, sir. Or Otha. Okay, I'm sorry. Thank you, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I appreciate that. All right. So the comet comes by and gives you the upgrade. Remember, it came by close to like Ramadan and like the time and Easter and stuff when people was fasting and not eating certain foods because they kept that tradition in order because they knew at that time the energies will be coming and you should be able to be receiving them, and you can't receive them if you all mucused and porked up. Okay. Okay. Just saying. Celebrity be using rogue accounts. I know. That's okay though. But as long as they know, it doesn't matter. I'm talking, you're taking the last airbender. Okay. So I hope that y'all enjoyed this. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank y'all. 2020 is the end of the road. Although we come. The guy from Boyz II Men, Wanye, he sang that song last Wednesday because that was the message as well. End of the road. Thank you, CC Love. Sprinkle, sprinkle. The best place to study the sign for the big secret, my Instagram, baby, because you're not gonna see it nowhere else. Only I think I can see it because of who I am and the things that I'm focused on. So, believe me, I have seen it nowhere else. I've Googled it, haven't seen it. So, I think it's only me that's really understanding and that will be dropping clues. The last train. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all later. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If y'all want to comment in the permanent comments. You say, why do they want black rapper soul so bad? Because of the melanin. Duh, melanin is worth millions of dollars. Because they're trying to make technology out of it, especially synthetic melanin, but that's going to be shut down. shut down, baby. It's over. Pop Smoke now. Most sought after commodity, right? That's what gold really is, you know. And all those legends and stories, and they're talking about the cities of gold, they're talking about Black people, brown people, not literal gold. The only thing gold can do is basically enhance the frequency of you melanin already. That's why everybody wearing a gold chain or diamond chain, because it represents the crystalline or the enhanced frequency of the melanin. When you speak on your voice, it makes your voice even more of a powerful weapon. And especially if you survive Corona, that means you've upgraded. And now your voice is a weapon. That's why they make y'all wear these stupid masks, because it muffles your voice. Okay. Thank you so much for the great lecture today, Professor Ashura. Thank you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Notice you can't hear nothing people are saying. It's muffled because your voice now as well is a weapon, which means you can make other people sick just by your frequency and the way and your speaking voice, because COVID is not a germ, it is a frequency. And so what you're doing is you are lessening your frequency when you speak. Okay. So that's why you can't be within 6 feet of people, because that's how far the sound reaches from your voice. You know, like, you know, the intensity of it. So it's not a germ. It is a frequency. So you don't have to worry about bleach. Bleach don't kill frequencies. Hand sanitizer don't kill frequencies. I'll see y'all later. Bye.